Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the VG Purist. I'll be coming at you with some Season 6 action from the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs, and we are going to be covering the semifinals matches. And as you can see there, Bretonnian team living strong, living large. Didn't have to play the first round game, but did beat out a nice and strong Skaven team. He's going to have to beat out yet another huge agility team in the Wood Elf team, L'Oreal's Dancers. And then on the other side, more agility teams. Straight Elves Society, the Dark Elf team, is going to be making it through, but the Great Green Wallop, the last Bashy team left, and quite possibly the one who is probably favored to win it all, Ducky's team, the Orc team, the Great Green Wallop, should be able to make it through the championship and then quite possibly win this whole thing. But first, we're going to see who his challenger may be. Not to say that the Dark Elf team can't win it, but still, it doesn't look good. Alright, next, Bretonnian team taking on the Wood Elf team. And we are about to see what all lies ahead. Alright, I'm really excited. Usually when it comes to the semifinals and even the championship match, it gets even more and more gripping. And this game should be no different right here. Let's go ahead and remove the brackets. And in my preliminary predictions, I did say that I do like the Bretonnian team, but that's really because I kind of didn't really like how the Wood Elf team had played against the human team, although I can't really blame them. Human team should get beat up, and you should be able to take them down. Coached by Debaser, the Bretonnian team, 06P, ... And then the Wood Elf team, coached by AVRS, L'Oreal's Dancers. Both of these guys looking to go through the championship match, and already, at least they have already won 100 euros for their troubles. And so, trying to look for more, either at least 250 or even the grand prize 500 euros, brought to you by Focus Home and Cyanide. Oh man, this is going to be a good one, guys. And it looks like L'Oreal's Dancers are going to choose to receive the ball. And we are underway. It appears that the Bretonnian team are going to be setting up, but let's go ahead and take a quick look at all of the skills just in case you haven't had a chance to take a look. Bretonnians have lots of weapons. The Knight with Leap, +1 agility, Dauntless, Tackle, Dodge, Sidestep, all kinds of madness, and definitely a real ball hawk right there. And then the Ball Handler, Sure Hands with the Sidestep, Blodge, and also more Dauntless. But I believe they all come with that Dauntless inherent, but still, that makes them pretty strong against anybody with lots of strength, but not going to need it today really, except for maybe the tree up front. Another Knight here, Sidestep, Guard with Blodge, and then Leader with that dodge, with that Blodge ability and all that great stuff. And then blockers with the Guard and the Tackle. Dirty player for this lineman, always going to be a staple of any Bretonnian teams to have that dirty player. And then 3 linemen to come in, as well as having a blocker with Mighty Blow with that piling on, and then a Raj, 2 Raj blockers there on the left and right side, and then a Wrestle lineman to boot up front. So there is the Bretonnian team. We're going to check out the inducements in just a moment. We're going to take a look at this tree man there. The Wood Elf team has Pro and Guard, no grab or anything like that, but I suppose he doesn't really want to have that skill. If you don't know what grab is for, we don't got nothing more to say to you. We have Guard here for this lineman. Kick, dodge, and then more dodge for the lineman, and then a loner lineman to come in. Gonna have the +1 in agility, leap, strip ball with the tackle and the sidestep. Quite possibly the MVP in the last game against the human team, where the humans had put it on his catcher to try to make the tying score, but unfortunately slightly forgot about the strip ball, and the War Dancer took it all away. So, Sure Hands with that block for this catcher, pretty much the main ball carriers here. He's got plenty of them too, lots of guys with Sure Hands. It's almost like he forgot that he had Sure Hands already, gave his guy Sure Hands and was like, oops. Well, the nice thing is that if one goes down, then he's got another guy that can come in, right? He's got Guard, Sidestep, and also that Blodge there. +1 is strength with the block for that lineman. Wrestle with the Sidestep. And that is going to be it. So Wood Elf team going to have no benchies here. Debaser will have a bribe for today's match. And he's going to be looking to get some fouls in. Quite possibly why he has lots of extra linemen as well. I'm going to see if this works out well for him. He's going to be playing defense in this first half, and that might actually work out for his betterment, because then he can get some fouls in. Doesn't need to really worry about too much about the offense, because how are you going to stop the Wood Elf team from scoring anyways? But still, we'll see if the Wood Elf team wants to maybe hold the ball and then go up against a kind of the anti-bash, quote-unquote, team of the Bretonnian team. I mean, he's got wrestle and all that, dodge and all that stuff here for his guy Sven. So, I mean, it's just a little bit more difficult to hit him down. But I'm pretty sure the Wood Elf team probably is going to play this one slightly a little bit more different than he did against the human team. But I don't know. Looks like he's going to be lining up there on the right side and looking to maybe make a quick score there. That's kind of a lineup that you see whenever you're looking to make a quick score. It looks like it's going to be a blitz on defense. And that's going to be a really good one here. Just about everybody here for the Wood Elves on the right side. This is the bad thing about stacking all your guys to the right side like this to try to make a quickie touchdown. If a blitz happens, then you're leaving one part of the field wide open. And after that blitz, he's going to make it even more so. And he should be able to get a couple of guys in there, maybe be able to field the ball. Probably not, but at least he's going to make this a whole lot more difficult for this Wood Elf team. There's the kickoff here. Bretonnians should be able to get a knight at least, maybe underneath the ball. Looks like he's going to put him and marking everyone. Looks like he's going to put the +1 in agility man right underneath the ball. Go for it, rolls. Everything is going well for a Bretonnian team. Gets everything here and will be able to disrupt the offense of this Wood Elf team. Probably looking to score it pretty quickly, but the Bretonnian team on the blitz defense on the kickoff has other things to say about that. We'll be able to put a guy under there. Oh, he's going to be able to field it with a -2. Oh my gosh, that is tremendous. 5+ on that catch. He does have that catch re-roll, but still, he does catch it on the fly. He is absolutely getting everything. Hasn't failed to roll yet. Wood Elf team is going to have to try to rush that ball out. We'll be able to get the defender stumbles, but he's got the dodge skill already on him. And unfortunately, the Bretonnian team for the Wood Elf team is going to have to try to get there. Ooh, take root already as well. So Wood Elves are absolutely getting a little bit nuffled here. Hey, what's going on, Nate? How you doing today? Wood Elves is going to try to get the blitz in there. He is going to get in there. 2-die block. He's going to be able to get the pushes. Defender stumbles. Oh, yes. And I'm not really sure why he re-rolled that, because he does have strip ball. But still, he did go and re-roll that, and he will be able to get the defender stumbles off, and we'll be able to take him down. I guess he really just wanted to hurt him, take him down for real. Because after the push, he can actually sidestep into another square and then maybe be able to get the ball back. But he did go and re-roll that, and the ball is now in the hands of the lineman for the Wood Elf team. Has recovered slightly, but the Bretonnian team should be able to get a 2-die block here, and then afterwards should be able to maybe pick that ball up afterwards. We'll see about that. I'm doing well, Nate. Thank you. Here's the push there on that War Dancer, or actually on the ball carrier. And he's going to try to get him down, but no dice here for him. And that's a blitz even. So Wood Elf team has totally survived the blitz there. But lots of guys, lots of Bretonnian players in their faces. Going to make this offensive possession a lot more uncomfortable to wield here. And he's going to try to have to recover from this somehow, some way. Bretonnian team going to get in the backfield. Going to make it a lot more uncomfortable here for that lineman with the ball. He's got dodge at least, so maybe he should be able to dodge out just a couple of tackle zones, maybe after a blitz, but it's going to make a little bit more difficult for him to get out in the least. So we'll see if the ball carrier will be able to make some magic happen. He's going to have to blitz down somebody, quite possibly this guy here in the backfield, but he's got sidestep, so not an easy guy to take away from the ball carrier. But let's see which way that the Wood Elf team is going to go. Yes, he will go and blitz down the Knights, and he will get the defender down. Oh, that's tremendous right there. He needed that one. Like, talk about a need right there. That was a absolute big need. We'll be able to dodge out now easily. 2+. Get along the right side here. Into the center. He's going to get the handoff. And he might be able to just dodge through right there. Yes, he will. Ooh, he actually failed the first dodge, but no problem. He's got dodge anyways. 2+, and he's going to be able to get the sprint off here. He's going to go one at a time. He hasn't used the reroll yet, so no big deal. And he's going to go and make it through the backfield and be able to square away a couple of the Bretonnian team. No worse for wear, says the Wood Elf team. Oh, man. How do you stop a Wood Elf potent offense such as this? War Dancer, he's going to go and leap over as well. And now it's the Wood Elf team who is getting just about every roll here. And he's going to be able to touch up that knight just in case. Square him away, and this should be an easy touchdown coming up. Unless he wants to get a little crazy here. Get around the left side and maybe go and touch that ball carrier. But at this point, I don't think that's going to be the play here. Maybe get the dodge blocker to maybe threaten the ball carrier, but that's about it. I don't know. It looks like, if anything, it looks like he's going to try to just at least hit down the War Dancer or this lineman right there. It looks like he's going to hit him down, so he's not going to go after him. He's going to put enough pressure down. He's got the lineman over here, +1 in agility, so this is it right there for the Bretonnian team. He's going to allow the score coming up. He's going to get that blitz off with the tackle blocker, and he's going to be able to get him down, sidestep, hopefully trying to make some kind of big injuries down on the War Dancers. So far, so good though. Wood Elf team is going to survive and should be able to get this nice quick score coming up. There's a foul there. Definitely needed that. I don't think we saw a bribe, or not a bribe, but a foul done in the first half, or the first round, but there we go. He will use that bribe, and now the Debaser is going to be out of bribes. But the fouls aren't going to be stopping. Lots of guys on bench, and so you better believe he's going to be continuing with the fouls. You definitely need to do this against Wood Elf team, any Wood Elf team. Get those War Dancers down and get the fouls on those guys. If you don't, again, just don't talk to me, man. Don't talk to me. All right, so now Wood Elf team, it's going to be his time to shine. He's going to get some Vandy blocks in and get the score for the touchdown. Go 1-0. And it's now Debaser's time to shine there. He needs to try to maybe grind it out 2-1. I don't know about this, but nonetheless, he's going to definitely try to. Thing about this Bretonnian team, nobody with that sure hands, and so he's quite susceptible to that War Dancer with that strip ball. So we'll see if the Wood Elf team will actually be able to make good use of that strip ball War Dancer on the defensive side of things. And quite honestly, the Wood Elf team did score it quickly, but it's not such a big deal because he's got that really great ball hawk in that +1 agility strip ball tackle man. He should be able to jump into the cages whenever opportune, and then after that try to rush the ball away. Not as many guys here on the Bretonnian team with that guard ability, just these two guys, and so only really perfect positioning can garner the Bretonnian team to be safe from any real danger of the strip ball Wood Dancer. So we'll see how this plays out in just coming. Oh, actually, he does have a guy with sure hands. Look at that. Actually, well, I am totally mistaken, guys. Sorry about that. But he does have the sure hands right there, so he needs to keep it on that guy. But still, he has the rock here. Hey Nate, I'm gonna be right back if you're watching. You're gonna be watching? Oh. Alright, well, never mind, I'll just do that later. Quick snap on this kickoff. That's alright though. With the guy with the sure hands, he's actually gonna be a little bit more safe, but still, War Dancers in the backfield. If he doesn't cage up properly, he could definitely lose the ball and go the other way with it. We'll see here. It'll take some good positioning still though. All the things I said is still going to be proper except for the fact that he does have the sure hands. But still, tackle ability, so defender stumbles, also going to be viable there. on the 2-die block or 1-die block. Or if any desperation measures, then a 2 red die block. He's gonna move here. So far, Bretonnian team playing a little bit soft here. Not going in too far into this big old screen that the Wood Elf team has already created here off the kickoff. Left side is a little bit open, but that's where the tree man is at the moment. That's kind of why the tree man is going to be on the left side. He put a screen here on the right side, and then leaves the opening on the left side. It just makes it all too juicy here for the Bretonnian team to look at and maybe be able to move along the left side. So kind of baiting this a little bit, but Bretonnian team's going to just pick up the ball, get to the center, cage up here. And again, needs to have some really good positioning here. Cannot allow this War Dancer to jump in there with a 1-die block. Oh gosh, and there we go. A nice injury here. Needs these injuries. Apothecary is going to get blown on him as well. Wow. On the lineman with just the dodge ability. I guess he doesn't want to go down too many guys here, but man, uses the Apothecary there. And I have to say, I don't know about that one. On a level 2 lineman with dodge. Wow. That is quite an interesting one right there, I have to say. And the injury was not too bad, I believe, as well. So, War Dancer though, he's gonna try it though, right here. He's gonna get the 1-die block. Oh, he will get the defender stumbles, and that's what I'm talking about here. He will get the tackle in there, but oh man, what luck here for this Bretonnian team. The +1 in agility, man, gets it on the hop, and the Wood Elf team would have absolutely been able to follow up and quite possibly be able to turn the ball the other way. Bretonnian team, almost loses the ball, but that's kind of what I was talking about here at the beginning of the half here, or actually in the beginning of this kickoff. The Bretonnian team needs to have some really great positioning, otherwise the War Dancer will just take the opportune moment, jump in there, get the 1-die block as you see there, and sure you can't use the strip ball anymore. It's not useful against the sure hands, but still you got the tackle and the defender down die, and so still not a bad shot to actually getting that ball out. You count the reroll in after the 33%, and that's about a 50% chance of getting that ball out. And it's pretty nice too. Oh man, he's going to dodge around the left side here. Bretonnian team needs to get some help here for the +1 agility man. He will be able to dodge out, but going to wait to do that for the last minute. Looks like he will get a blitz off here. And again, still trying to key down on the War Dancer. He failed the Dauntless. I don't know why they're rolling Dauntless. But nonetheless, still be a 2-die block. And he will be able to get the War Dancer down. And it is going to be an armor value break. And it will be a stun, though. Here comes the foul there. I told you he's not going to stop, guys. Going to lay that boot in. Get the hit in. Get stun as well. And KO on the catcher. And that's going to be the dangerous one here. With that wrestle ability, can actually be a real threat to take that ball out. And the foul comes through. Really good thing that it did, because he was right next to him. Couldn't get the blitz off, and then hope for a both down die to get that ball out. And the Bretonnian team has recovered, and he's going to be just fine now after that. Boy, he is so lucky that he did lose that ball in the last bit, because if he did, this would just be all Wood Elf team, and my picks would just be all wrong. Wood Elves, man, they are just so wily. You got to watch out for these guys. Against the 3-die block, Tree Man is going to get that big bark into the faces of the Bretonnian Knights, but not going to have much of it. He's just going to get hit away, and the Bretonnian team will be all right on this turn, so should be able to make it along the right side, and should be able to cage up yet again, and possibly get the score here by the end of the first half, which is horrible for this Wood Elf team. Not so bad for the Bretonnian team, though. Nice big hits here. Oh, and got the KO. That will absolutely clear up all of the right side there. That was the guy that was basically holding everything up. And when I say holding everything up, I mean not really holding things up, but that was the last guy there. But the Bretonnian team, he's not done hitting yet. He says, F that. I don't want the right side. I want to get these hits in. He's going to be the tackle player as well. He's got 2 strength even. But still getting these 2 die blocks in. Luckily, Wood Elves has lots of guys that he can hit down. And there goes one of them here. And he should get the boot in with the dirty player lineman. Oh boy. You better believe that's coming. He's going to get around that other War Dancer. Going to get the boot in right there. And we should see armor value break. See how it works out. No armor value break at all. Look at that. War Dancer lives to see another day, and that could be very bad here for this Bretonnian team. But he's going to go square up the last bit here, and we'll get the guard guy in the back right. And so I don't think the War Dancer has too many places to go. 3-die block. Going to begin with that noise here, and we may see the jump in right here. Yeah, right there's the leap here, and that's going to be the 2 red die block. Going to be both downsies, and that's going to be not enough. No wrestle for him or anything like that, unfortunately. But the pressure is still on, though. Bretonnian team just needs to outlast this. Man, he went to go hit instead of trying to make a run for the right side. I don't know. Bretonnian team had a real shot at trying to get around the right side, but instead wanted to use the tackle, wanted to get the hit in. I can't blame him, though. If he can get lots of hits on the armor value 7, then it should break, right? Welcome back, Nate. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Not gone for too long. There's more 2-die blocks here. Turn 6 here for Debaser's team, and with that wrestle, we'll avoid getting hit, but now he's on the ground, and you're darn sure he's going to try to get the dirty player foul in there every chance he freaking gets. Bretonnian team setting up for the pass, I believe. And he will go down. Oh yes, he's going to go and go through some of the tackle zones. Should maybe get the handoff here. Yes, he's going to get the handoff, and he failed to catch, but no problem. Catch reroll inherent. It's only a 1 in 9 chance of failing that. Dauntless is going to get that blitz in. Defender down die. Tremendous hits here. Needs to get some of these hits in. Tie up that loner player. No, he's going to move around and try to get a screen over the top as much as possible. Should be able to get another guy over here and at least force a leap in here from the War Dancer. And he's got it right there. Look at that beautiful screen here by the Bretonnian team. And he should be able to get this touchdown, barring some type of miracle here from the War Dancer coming up. He's got that War Dancer, though, so he should be able to get back there into and possibly have a chance to stop the touchdown. He did give it back to the sure hands ball carrier, and so not too afraid of the pushes now. Again, War Dancer, and luckily he got those both down dice here, because man, if it was a push or anything, then the Wood Elf team would have been able to get that ball out yet again. But both down dice unfortunately came out for this Wood Elf team, man. Didn't get much more out of it. Bretonnian team now has a real shot at getting this touchdown here, but the Bretonnian team is gonna have to play offense on the second half, and gonna have to again continue to survive. He's gonna try to dodge through here, 67% here, and he's gonna fail to dodge. Got 1 in 9 there, into the 67% for that dodge, and Bretonnian team should be able to get very close for this touchdown here. But War Dancer so close, right there in your face. Bretonnian team has to be thinking, boy, do I score it now or do I just wait? But I think it just kind of depends on how these rolls are going to go. Ooh, and with that failed reroll, actually, he rerolled that one, and now I do believe he's probably going to walk it in. I think that was the scare that he might have needed here to go, okay, I might score it. But it's still going to be difficult. Ooh, he will still continue with the vanity blocks there. He could totally get knuffled there. 1 in 36, that's happened once. It could happen again. But trying to get these hits on this armor value 7. Can't blame them. But I have seen this go badly quite so many times in my Blood Bowl career. We'll get some more hits though, nonetheless. And he's just gonna get a block out of that one. He will do the foul after all. And he kind of needs to get this foul off if he wants to hold the ball one more turn. And he needs to get an injury. Oh, no injury. So, oh man, he has to really seriously think about it. But it looks like he's not going to. He's going to continue to stay right by the left side. 2 red die block, and that's not such a bad deal at all. So we could see the ball come out, and the Bretonnian team is gonna have to maybe scramble for the ball at the end. Oh, gonna fail that go for it roll, and that's gonna take away here from the 2 red die block. Actually, boy, actually he got this guy in there, so it could be a 1 die block now. Actually, no, it's gonna be a 2 die block because he's got. Okay, he's gonna leap over, and oh, he failed the leap. Boy, I don't know about that leap. Oh man, I mean, yeah, I get it. He wanted to get a 1 die block going in there. After, oh man, but I don't know. Actually, I think it was a 1 die block without the leap. But I guess he wanted to be on the other side of it, just in case he misses up on the one die block there. But oh man, there was no guard for either of these guys, so that was totally a 1 die block coming up with the strip ball. I mean, I understand the thinking here, but why do more rolls, right? Well, that's what you get, and plus no reroll on top of that. So no rerolls after the failed go for it roll. Tries to leap over. He wants to get in better positioning. I get it, but this is what happens. Now, no attempt at the ball is going to be made. I mean, if he would have stripped that ball out, ball might have been scattered out of bounds and then thrown back, and then the Bretonnian team would have to do awful rolls to get the ball back and then get the touchdown at the end. Have to get the pickup roll, would have to throw it, would hand off something, and the catch is not the problem, it's the throw, right? And the ball could be thrown all the way back over here too. So after the strip ball, then quite possibly one of the Wood Elf teammates would have been able to pick that ball up and then go the other way with it. But some questionable calls there at the end. I understand the thinking, but at the same time, I've always said you want to do as little rolls as possible. And without a reroll there, man, that's just suspect. The Bretonnian team, though, will capitalize 1-1 and go into the second half with a slight favorite to win the match there. He will have his possession, but that will mean the Wood Elf team will have the bottom of the half, and so they are totally not out of it. Can get maybe 1-turn touchdowns, but again, tree with no grab. Oh man, and then you wonder why VG says get grabbed for your tree. We'll see if this is gonna actually be a thing here. Bretonnian team just needs to grind it out now. Get the grindhouse going. He's already going to be up 2 guys here. Wood Elf team doesn't have a bench to come in, so already blown the apothecary as well. So any more injuries and anything like that, then it could be all but over for this Wood Elf team if any more injuries come through. And that's kind of what the Bretonnian team, I'm sure, is hoping for at this point. Injury here on there, and then a KO. Bretonnian team still has his full complement right there, and so more fouls to come here on this Wood Elf team. So far, fouls haven't been too good. Been good enough, but not extremely good. There's the high kick. We'll be able to put the sure hands man underneath that ball. Boy, I knew he had sure hands. What the heck am I talking about here earlier? Oh well. You know what? I'm only human, guys. I make mistakes. I'm gonna fess up right now. I'm just a human. Defender stumbles there on that Wood Elf lineman. Hey, what's going on, Matty Boom? Gonna get that blitz here on the left side. Get the 2 die block. More defender downs. Definitely great for this Bretonnian team. Trying to get some arm value breaks. Just more stuns, though, man. What in the world's going on here? He's got the piling on, though. And he will follow up here. Try to get some more out of it. Yes, he does. KO. and will be able to get more injuries here. That's what he needs right there to ensure that he gets this touchdown coming up. He's got the numbers advantage now. Big one here, and so only thing that's going to be questionable here is how well can he position himself so that the War Dancer blitz coming up won't be too effective. Maybe force the 2 red dice and watch and laugh as the War Dancers just get mauled after getting the leap in there afterwards. Gonna cage up hard here. 4-point cage, guys. It's kind of what I tutored in my beginner's video, guys. Get the 4-point cage up, all right? You know, you don't make a little plus sign. You don't make these kind of, one away here or anything like that. No, you make 4-point cages like that, all the corners, okay? That's what you do. Take root for this Wood Elf team, and that is terrible. Pro failure on that as well. And oh man, I know he is kicking himself for now. He went and used his doubles for the pro. When I think maybe, I mean, pro is good, don't get me wrong, but man, I feel like block has to be considered here. I don't know, because the point of a tree man is to get the hits in, right? And the hits that he does get in, you want to make sure that he gets the block off, right? I don't know. But nonetheless, I guess that's a coach call right there. I can't really blame him for getting the pro either. So nice at times, right? You get the 50% chance to re-roll it, especially when you take root or when you try to get your guy back up after hitting down. So, I mean, just all kinds of usefulness here for the pro ability for this tree man. But, boy, unfortunately, not gonna work out. I'm not gonna beat up the Wood Elf team too hard here, but still, man, where's the grab? Where's the grab? All right, so Bretonnian team, 4-point cage. He's not messing around, ladies and gentlemen, with his nice numbers advantage. And this is the nice thing about having the numbers advantage right here. When you start going up like this, look, he's up 3 guys, right? So with that, he has extra guys to put the cage up, and he still can continue to hit on the Wood Elf team and make sure that he hits them down. Hey, what's going on, Big Grid? Nice to see you today. Oh, and here comes and this is going to be opening right there. 1 die blitz coming up on the left side there. Going to leap in there, and he will be able to soft touch the landing. 1 die block. Going to re-roll that. Will get the push though, and unfortunately, Sure Hands is going to protect from the strip ball. And uh-oh, that's what I'm talking about, guys. You need Sure Hands. Some coaches are like, you don't need Sure Hands. Yes, you do. Right there. Right there, guys. Sure Hands. Let me take you back to Champions Cup Season 3, where Ducky had played the Lizard team. And because he had no Sure Hands, absolutely got wrecked by a Soul War Dancer. Defender stumbles. We'll get that hit in. He's got tackle. We'll be able to put the War Dancer on the ground. Armor value 7, despite everything, has really held up well against the Bretonnian team's bashings. My prediction was a Bretonnian team. And so far, so good. My predictions here are going to be Bretonnian versus Orc in the finals, and of course Ducky should be able to take the win afterwards. His Orc team too strong. I mean, you give Ducky a tier 1 team with lots of proper skills on them. I mean, luckily I guess Cyanide and Focus already has Ducky's bank account. Should be able to wire in another 500 euros to him. And with the frequency of the Champions Cup, every 2 months here? That's 500 euros every single time. He's like paying alimony payments, you know? It's just like, I don't know, or I don't know, child care payments right there, you know? That's his extra insurance. Ducky's like, oh man, I can just start investing in stocks and bonds now. But let's focus in on this game here. No Ducky on this pitch here. Debaser looking pretty good there. As long as the Sure Hands ball carrier continues to hold the ball, then he should be just fine. And as long as he continues to stay in his cage, 4-point cage, then he should be good as well. War Dancer's going to move up and get away from any real danger here. The KO has already been caused on that War Dancer with the +1 agility, with that strip ball as well. But strip ball at this point is a little bit moot, so this War Dancer is still going to be just as dangerous as the other one. Maybe not as effective though, but still +1 agility, leap. That's always pretty nice, but now he's going to have to depend on the leap with a 3+ on the 3+ landing afterwards, so not extremely ideal. And eventually this War Dancer is going to have to do it. With that War Dancer out, with that strip ball +1 in agility and all this other madness, the Bretonnian team can actually breathe a little bit easier now. Boy, in the first half, he almost let that War Dancer come in the backfield and get to that ball, but luckily the ball bounced right back into the hands of a Knight, because the Wood Elf team would have been able to capitalize and turn. This should almost be 2-1 at this point, or 2-0 at this point here, because the Wood Elf team absolutely had a real shot at getting through to the ball carrier. Yeah, it's totally looking grim here for the Woodies. Yeah, he's going to look for that one-turn touchdown at turn 16 at the end. That's the only real thing that I can hope for at this point. But the Wood Elf team actually didn't really get the skills to kind of do that, right? He doesn't have grab for his tree. He doesn't have, guys with... I mean, I guess no matter what, the catcher is still going to be in range, right? With that movement allowance 8, but still. Would have been nice to have the grab. That's all I'm going to say, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Especially with the Bretonnian team here, or with any team, you're going to try to get down and hit the armor value 7. And the Wood Elves seem to love playing Bash here. Seems to love to get close and personal here. And so here's another hit and more surfs. And that's going to reduce numbers advantage here again. And he's down 4 guys. I mean, he can still make the one-turner there. So, I mean, it's not impossible, even without the grab. But, I mean, it just makes it that much more difficult. Am I right? We'll see how this Wood Elf team is going to want to do it here. Debaser should just line up proper here to try to stop the one-move touchdown. He survived that Skaven Gutter Runner. He can survive these movement allowance 8 catchers with just the minimal amount of skills at this point. As long as he's got that dodge, sure feet sprint, right? He's got the range to do it. Ooh, he will get the foul in. Just gonna get a stun and won't be able to get much. That's actually gonna be the guy right there. The sidestepping catcher right here is gonna have to quite possibly get this ball and get to that touchdown area. One Wood Elf coach who can go Bash reliably. His name is Anarian. You're right about that. Oh, man. Well, you know what, though? Okay, Anarian's a great coach, but he still gets his guys killed because of all this Bash Wood Elf play that he does, okay? Oh, gets the 1-die block. Defender down die. Oh, man, and the ball's going to come out, and again, the catch on the hop. 5+, he gets to 6 yet again. Wood Elf team can't catch a break. Bretonnian team, again, is going to be for the better. Oh, man, 2-die block doesn't go well. He's going to get the defender stumbles anyways. Oh, gosh, that could have gone quite poorly if we got more skulls on there. A little bit of a drama there at the end, but Nuffle says no, Wood Elf team. Again, that's the power of Bretonnian teams. You knock that ball out, you strip it out from the cage, and because they got that inherent catch on their characters, then they can get it on the bounce easier. Sure, he got it on the first bounce, but still, or the first roll, but it's just what you're gonna do to this madness right there. And without the strip ball War Dancer on the pitch, he can just totally hold the ball now with this other Knight there and then be all right. Oh, man. And here comes the hits, and he needs to get some mighty blues and piling ons there. Just gonna get the loner player stunned, and he needs to get down that Ward Dancer. Quite possibly the only piece left on the pitch to stop him. Gets the foul in there, but no go. Is still stunned for his troubles, so he's still going to be there. Still might get fouled again. No dirty player anymore, though, so don't have to worry about that. Going to miss that dodge right there, and it's going to be the dodge there. Ooh, going to pay with his life. Didn't get the re-roll there on that 3+ dodge, and ouch time. That's going to be the big one there. That's going to be another one less guy on the pitch, and that just makes the one move touchdown just a little bit more difficult. With the 8 movement allowance and the sprint, that's 11 movement total, and so he just needs 2 pushes on the front line to get there. So he needs to make sure that he has enough guys to get the push combinations off. Bretonnian team cannot score it at this point, cannot allow this Wood Up team to get a chance for a 2-turner, because you're damn sure he's going to be able to make that a little bit more easier than a 1-move touchdown. But still, it's always a danger when you play against a Wood Up team. Bottom of the 16. They can turn around, they can get the score in there, and then afterwards get you into overtime situation, or take the win, or even the draw when there was none. Gonna get the hit, lineman gonna get that foul in there, and gonna get the he needs to get this guy down, right? I mean, these catchers need to die. War Dancer will leap away, get that tackle into the faces. 1-dive block here. He's just gonna touch him up. Hopefully Nuffo provides. That's all he's kind of hoping for at this point. Oh man. You think the Wood Up team should just stay down for turn 16? Well, I think this is the proper play right there, honestly. I think at this stage here, semifinals, right? You just gotta kind of risk it a little bit. And it is going to be turn 16, so you don't necessarily have to be worried about the foul anymore, especially with no bribe in hand. So just needs to make sure that one more hit and he'll be okay. Surrounding up the War Dancer, making sure he's going to be down for the count. Going to get the 3-dive block. Going to make sure that this War Dancer goes down. And hopefully no big armor value break. But so far so good on armor value breaks. Too strong. Bretonnian team does grind it out for a 2-1, but don't you guys go away. Wood Elf team might have something to say at the end. Here it comes, guys. And again, guys, if you don't know what grab's for, this is it right here. Ooh, 2 KO guys are going to come back here on the ground here, and he's definitely going to need all of those guys, because if he didn't get them all back, this would make the 1-turner a little bit more difficult here. So now he's going to line up. He's got a catcher here that could definitely get the ball there and run it in for the touchdown. He's got the sprint, but no sure feet. As I said, he didn't. The Wood Elf team didn't necessarily get a guy that can do 1-turners pretty easily there, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing it. Perhaps I'm missing it yet again, but I don't see sprint plus the sure feet on any of the catchers, and that's kind of what I mean. Like, he doesn't have that combination going, and then he's got no grab. It's like no, I don't believe in 1-move touchdowns. I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. My mind is boggled. Bretonnian team is going to get that kickoff. He's going to get an extra reroll to boot. So if the Wood Elf team does get the 1-turner, then here we go. He's going to get the leap in there. Oh boy. And he will be able to get this guy. Oh, he's just going to get a defender down die, and that is absolutely terrible. And that, my friends, is GG. And why do you get leap? I mean, yeah, he got the leap and did get that blitz off. But again, if you had grab with the tree, you'd be able to just grab with the tree with a normal block. And if that doesn't work out, then you can use the leap, and then you have 2 chances at the push. I don't know. I mean, call me crazy. Call me crazy, but I don't know. Well, and with that, Wood Elf team can't get the 1-turner, and that is it. Debaser survives yet again another agility team, and he will move on. As you see for the statistics, loads of armor value breaks, 55 blocks succeeded here from the Bretonnian team. And that counts pushes as well, I believe. So not all of that's going to be hit downs, right? But actually, I think they're all hit down. Right? 5 KOs, two injuries. That isn't going to be the thing that actually saved the Bretonnian team. Honestly, it was just all that. What really mattered the most was whenever the War Dancer got into the cage and got that ball out, he was able to get the ball back on the hop afterwards on the scatter, and was able to continue holding the ball. Wood Elf team with no follow-up wasn't able to get that ball back. And that is what we see here on the brackets. As you see, Debaser, my pick, looking good. 2-1 is going to be the ending score, and he will await the winner between the OR team. They're going to play on Tuesday nights, GMT. I forget what time exactly, guys. But still, Tuesday night they will play. So Orc versus Dark Elves. Dark Elves actually coming in as replacement for the other Dark Elf team that did qualify. And the guy accepted his ticket, but then no scheduling was done with the Necromancer team. But then he came in and was like, okay, I'll play you, and then just summarily beat the Necromancer team, Chaos Dwarf team, and his guys are a little bit injured, but not as badly injured as you think after coming through a Necromantic and the Chaos Dwarf teams. And so, again, Orc team, another big bashy team. Dark Elves are going to be really up against it. Oh, yes, you're rooting for the Orc team, Nate. I can't blame you. And they're definitely going to be... They're definitely the favorite to win this whole darn thing here. Oh, man. Well, thanks guys for joining me. We're going to have more of that a little bit later on. That other game coming up, Great Green Wallop. Let's take a quick look here at the Champions Ladder 7. Let's see who's going to be on the front runners to make it in there. Andy Davo, Shattered Ice, Crucifer again with the Chaos Dwarf team. World Sitar looking pretty good as well. And we got some pretty good guys up there. Anarian up there as well, as you see there. Pretty good stuff. And so we should see maybe Anarian come back here and get some 500 euros for his troubles. Hey! Alright guys, well that's all the Blood Bowl action. For those of you that wants to stay along here, I'm going to be streaming another game in just a moment. So you can stick with me then. But if you guys really appreciate what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. All Champions Cup playoffs on my Twitch channel. I also have them on my YouTube channel as well. If you scroll up a little bit, Nightbot will conveniently show you what that web address is. You can subscribe, like my videos. Nate, you gonna stay with me, buddy? I believe that I am going to be doing a indie game, so yeah. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys take care, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.